Well, you guys, here we are today working on a different project. These things keep overwhelming me, taking my life over. But anyway, this is a 2013 F150, of course 4x4, has the 5.0 engine in it. And we're having a little bit of steering problems on this thing. This is going to be a series of videos because I haven't got a program to edit it all into one video, so I'll just be taking a bunch of different little videos. So anyway, here's the issue. Way down under here, see that wonderful looking thing? Well, that is, where'd it go? There he is, back in there. That is an electric assisted power steering system or something like that. It's a real royal expensive PITA, P-I-T-A, pain in the you know. Anyhow, it's very expensive. The parts through a parts house, brand new, was $2,700. You guys can take a look around on the internet and find them for quite a bit less. And if you look long enough, I'll get a link into this video somewhere of a place that you can buy a kit. And for just a little over $100, you can fix it yourself. Okay, to start out with, what I've done is I've measured from, see if we can get around here to where I can see it. Hang in there with me. You see that little yellow mark right there? And over here on the frame, little yellow mark. And I wrote up there the distance of that mark. And just to be safe, I did it a second time. Did this on both sides. Little mark right there on the frame. It says 10.5 inches. And that's from there over to here. Get looking around here. Turn this camera around to that little yellow mark right there. So the purpose of this is, after I take this apart, I'm going to lose the alignment on this truck. And I'll be able to get it back to where it was, where it needs to be. Whoa, let me get my finger out of the way. Ha. So that's the purpose of those marks, in obtaining those dimensions before you take anything apart. So, all right, that's how far I am right now. As I say, this will be a series, and I'll get a title on it. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, you guys, here's part 2 of the electric power steering rebuild on a 2013 F150. I got a little bit ahead of the video, but as you can see, all this went together like so. And so I broke this clamp that went around here. This is just a pinch clamp that you use with a pair of pliers and pull that off. Pull that off. This was a little bit tight, big wrench. Turn this out of here, like so. Easy to do. Had all these bolts in here. Take out your last bolt. This cover comes off. Real simple, Simon. And you have a keeper in here. Pull that guy out. You got this retainer in here. Should get a spanner to take this out with, but we'll get her without one, I'm pretty sure. Now take a look down inside there, and you'll see up in this area somewhere up in there, there's a belt.
Right there.
Right, okay. Hope you guys can see it. There's a belt, and that belt's broke. You can buy that belt off eBay for about $70 or so. You can get it in a couple of days. Put her back together and you just saved yourself about $2,700 plus all the labor and everything. I had this thing out in just over an hour. It's not real hard to get out. There's a ton of videos out there showing you how to do it. It's a simple, Simon. So this will get us through part 2. When I get in there and get that belt out, I'll get another recording out and you can get into part 3, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, adios. Thanks, you guys. Well, okay, you guys, here's the deal. In the last video I told you that I made a grave mistake. Do not make this mistake if you guys are going to be putting in your belt on your own. I have the belt ordered, it didn't show up. I was hoping to be here by today. But right in this area here is an idler. All you gotta do is undo that and loosen it up, loosen the tensioner up, and you can get your belt to slide over this gear here. And the drive gear off the motor right up there. So what I did, not knowing what I was doing, which is often the case in my life, you guys, I took this thing out. Look what holds it in place. 10,000 BBs. Now, how am I going to get all those BBs down that hole and over that shaft, over that rack there? So that's my challenge for today. My warning for you guys is don't take that thing off. So we'll see how we get her done. I'll be getting back to you in a little bit. As soon as my parts come in, we'll be putting the belt on. Maybe today. Today's Saturday. We do still get mail service on Saturday. So maybe today we'll be getting some parts for this thing. So hope you guys all have a blessed day. And we'll be talking with you later. Here's my dog Josiah. We're out of here. Bye. Well, actually, it's coming along pretty well. I found a pretty good technique to set them BBs down in there. And you move this just far enough, like so. It's far enough to lock those BBs in. You just set them in one at a time. I'm putting a little bit of grease in there, and they're holding in place. And then if you look, let me get a pointer here. If you look right, yeah, here we go. It's hard to see because of the light. But if you look right here, where this pointer is, let me get a better shot at it. Right there, there's a, oh heck, I wish I could get a good look at it. At any rate, there is a plastic keeper of some sort. You see it right in the bottom there, right at the very bottom at the very start. And that thing soaks up a whole bunch of BBs. I don't know how many are in there. There's a bunch in there. There's one of those on each end. So I packed those full first, and then I put about one row of the BBs around on the far end, on this end down here. So put one row of BBs around there. And I just turned it on to the shaft, just a little ways, just to get it kind of stuck in place. And then I started loading them from this end. And it's working pretty good. I keep a little bit of grease in there so once they're in place, they stay there. And it just seems to be going okay. I think I'm gonna get her done. I wish I could show you that. I wonder if I turn it a little bit to where that reflection is. Is that, see that hump there, that keeper? That's some kind of keeper, and it loads up with BBs, one on each side, each end. So you get in this predicament, it's not that hard to do. It's time consuming, and I'm a little bit fumbled fingered, and I am getting her done. So we'll get this one done and we'll get back to you. Be well. Okay, you guys, we're going to give this thing a shot. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope this video turns out good and it shows us what's going on. I have the new belt. Right here. And she's going to go in there somehow like that. And let's go for it. Let's see what happens. So, begin with, you have to turn this piece here out, get it out of the way. And it was actually pretty tight. I had to get a little pry on it to get it out. That comes out, and we'll set him off to the side. And then I already loosened this up. I'm going to just take this idler, pull him out of here, take it all the way out, and see if we can get it out of the way. I'm going to try not to do any cussing or swearing in this video. Not that I cuss or swear very much anyway. But this to me is looking like it might be a little bit complicated. So here we go, guys. Stuff this guy around that. And then back in there. Past that bearing. Somehow we got to get him up over that, onto that motor up there. Without doing any damage to it. There it goes. It slips right into the groove there, but down here it hasn't. You can see there's a little something I can push with. Just about there now. Slide up over there. My big head in the way it might be. Figure out how to get it over that gear up there. That and the motor, that's the trick. Holy cow. Well, I wonder if it would have been easier to put it over that first. I don't want to take the chance of stretching that belt too much. So, oh heck. Get some more slack down here maybe. It isn't as easy as I was thinking it was going to be. Well, I'm going to struggle with this for a while. So in the meantime, I'm going to shut this off. I don't have an edit program, so you're just going to get a whole bunch of series of little clips of 1 or 2 or 3 minutes or whatever long it is. But you can see I'm struggling with that. We'll get that put in there, and I'll come back and I'll make another part on it. So just to save on the video and on the batteries and everything, I'm going to shut her off. Okay, you guys, I'm back. It's just as well I shut that video off in the last episode, I guess I'll call it, last part. Actually, the camera, the phone, I just used a phone. My phone battery went dead or nearly dead. I wouldn't have made it through anyway. But we're doing pretty good. We're getting this belt on there. You can see it. I found a handy dandy tool. It worked really well. Happens to be a set of forceps. It worked really good. Another deal that worked was I could go down here to the steering gear with the steering wheel hooks. You can turn it, and when you do, let me see where are we at here. Here we go. When you do, that piece moves in and out, so you can line that belt up a little bit better with it coming out like that. So I'm going to set this back up on a stand over here. This little homemade stand here. Let me show you my little horseshoe homemade phone stand. Works real good. The phone just kind of sets right in there like that. Works real good. So anyway, I'm gonna put it back over here and set the phone in it. Get my fingers out of the way. Find the, oops, come on, get set up there like you should. Zoom in on that thing a little bit. There you go, and I'm going to try to show you what I did. I took our handy dandy forceps. Worked pretty good. I just hooked them right on the belt down low here. Right underneath there. And I just was able to raise that up and turn that motor at the same time and push back on that belt. And it just almost went right into place. I think we can pull this back a little bit, pull this piece back a little bit. In there. My head out of the way. I don't know if it's in the way or not. But anyway, I'm getting that belt sliding right on. There it goes. Just about over the edge. Over the shoulder. Just a little bit more. There it goes. Okay, it's over the shoulder. So we got that guy on there. And just put that idler back in. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Maybe, maybe not. Above that belt. We're going to get that hole lined up to that bolt. So that's kind of on a concentric there. And I really don't know where that hole is. Having a little trouble hitting it. Can't seem to find it, you guys. There's a hole back in there somewhere. Well, but anyway, we'll get that guy taken care of. Just in the essence of getting this. Well, let's put it back together. You can go back down here toward the steering goes. See, we can pull that right back in. This guy here will fit right back in here. You get him tightened up properly. So I'm just going to, for the video, I'm just going to go ahead and just tighten things up here, finger tight. Just to save a lot of boring time in that video. That just fits right back in there like that. If that guy was in there, forget you have your keeper. Look at one of the last videos that come out. This keeper has the 3 points there. And if that was tightened up properly, this keeper would fit in here. Aha! It only fits one way. Like that. This fellow here would go on here. The handy dandy bolts. Where did I put them? Put them in this handy dandy cup. They go together here. Put all those guys in all the way around. This tie rod end. Uh-oh, wrong process, wrong step here. Got ahead of myself, you guys. I'm not ready for that yet. This guy came out of here. So I just heck, let me think now. Something's not the same. Okay, well, check her out. Get her put back together. I got something going on here. I can't remember how it went. But we'll get her figured out. The point is, you guys got the technique how to save yourself about $2,000 on buying a new one of these guys when you buy a $50 belt. I'm going to be showing this to the guy that I got the belt from, and get permission to put his information on a link in the description of the video here. So for that belt part, it'll be in this video description, or the link to buy that belt. 51 bucks. Save yourself a lot of money, and it's not that hard to do. So, okay. Good luck to you folks, and keep in mind, a lot of times you can do your own repairs and save thousands of dollars, and your time is precious time. So get her done. Stay in a blessing. Thank you. Okay, you guys, we got her all back together, ready to go in the truck. She's getting late tonight. I'm not going to get her done tonight. We got to load the haul first thing in the morning, so we're not going to get her done first thing in the morning either. So tomorrow afternoon we'll have this truck on the road, ready to go, man, go. So the last video you saw me having trouble remembering how to put this tie rod end onto the rack. Bolts in there, just screws in on this end. Well, come down here and turn your wheel a little bit. Give your wheel a little bit of a turn, and I think it was this way, and it runs that rack out, and you can just screw it right on. So no problem there. I think we got her. You guys. So once again, I'll get the part number and the link for that belt. I'll get it on, post it on the description in, well, maybe 2 or 3 of these videos. I got to send one in to the guy to get permission to do so. He wants to check it out, so he knows that it's not some kind of, I don't know, so he knows it's a good video, I guess. Anyway, we're set to go. I must confess, we have one part left over. Oops, and she's long gone now. We had one BB left over. I lost it down in the dirt. If you lose it in the dirt, it don't count. Anyway, yep, you always got to have a part left over to toss away. So we got her done. Okay, you guys, good luck to you. I hope you can follow this series of videos. I wish I had a editing program so that they would all fit into one video and you could just go through. I'm sorry that I don't. This is the best I have right now. And I just hope that it helps somebody. Leave comments. I do check those. And let's see where we go from here. Next on the agenda, I believe, is going to be a editing program. I'm kind of liking this, posting this stuff. So, all right. Take care of you guys, and like I love to say, stay in the blessing. We're out of here. Bye. Well, here we are under the truck. We got the whole thing put in here, all lined up good. We got all the alignment came in good and everything. The only thing is, I don't think we got the belt tight enough. It makes a horrible noise when it gets to either end, when you've turned it all the way right or all the way left. We're going to do an experiment, and what we're going to try to do is get in here and get it around there and take a picture. Take that cover off right there. Take that cover off. We're going to try to adjust the tension on that belt without pulling this whole thing off. And if that works, I believe that you guys can replace the belts without even pulling the whole unit off. So we'll get back to you when we get this a little bit further along and see what we can do here. All right, talk to you in a little bit. We're out. Bye. Yes, you guys, hey, it looks like the answer is yes. We can get in there without getting that taking that whole unit out. Need better light, but I'll be getting some. Anyway, right here's the idler. The adjustment on it. I think we can get in there. This gives me great confidence that what you could do is replace this whole belt without pulling that unit out or anything. You could just take this side apart. If you look at those other videos, you'll see how it comes apart, and you'll be able to tell it's not that big of a deal. Especially if you had this up on a rack instead of laying around on the ground, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to get that belt out of the old belt out and the new belt in. So I'm going to carry on. I'll get back and see if this works with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, Chuck, turn the wheel. You guys can see how this thing works now in action. We got that cam in there. We got it pretty tight, but it takes a lot more pressure than I thought. Look how smooth it's running. Belt's not slipping. Everything's just looking great, just like that. You guys, I tell you what, after seeing this, we can put these belts in without even pulling that whole unit out. You just get the whole thing right here from the right hand side of the truck. Look how good and smooth that runs. Isn't that sweet? That's what we're hoping for. Okay, you guys, we're out of here again. How about 10 dozen short clips on this project? Well, maybe not 10 dozen, but a dozen, 1 dozen. All right, talk to you later. Bye.